What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another video. I finally finished my iRcade review and we're going to go over it right now. So those of you that are unaware of the iRcade brand, iRcade is a new brand that brings to you quality. It brings nostalgia, arcade entertainment, with also a taste of modern gaming in a bar-top multi-cade that comes complete with a bundle of excellent games. It doesn't end there. This cabinet has Wi-Fi to connect to your internet to add additional games. With Wi-Fi, there's global leaderboards for some of your favorite retro games, and I believe the brand is going to eventually incorporate live Wi-Fi play, but I haven't seen or experienced it just yet. Similar to the PlayStation Network store or the Nintendo eShop, the iRcade digital store allows you to expand your digital arcade game library. New games are arriving almost every week, it seems, and they already have a great variety of hundreds of games. Shooters, puzzlers, role-playing games, beat-em-ups, platformers, tournament fighters, sports games, first-person shooters, it's all there. And yes, I did say first-person shooters. You could actually use two arcade sticks for your first-person shooter movement and aiming. It works. I've tried it, although personally I'm in it for the arcade games, the retro-style games. I bought this Double Dragon edition with my own money, and it came complete with sound controls. This is a quality cabinet all around. The speakers pack a nice little punch that fills the entire room with rich sound. Now, in recent updates, that's right, iRcade is consistently updating their product through Wi-Fi updates. iRcade has given us iRcade owners a Bluetooth jukebox, so now you can further utilize your quality speakers. I have Spotify and I find myself using this feature very often. The speakers sound great, and I mean, it has a full-blown equalizer to customize the sound. Really cool. Another recent update that I love is a complete set of customizable scanline and smoothing options. Excellent. Those CRT lovers will really appreciate what this 18-inch monitor can achieve. From the moment it arrived at my doorstep, I immediately noticed the difference in packaging from an Arcade 1-Up. It arrived in two boxes, one for the monitor and one for the stand. Instead of packaging it all together like Arcade 1-Up does, the contents was packaged very neat, not a single scratch or scuff mark on anything. Now, to put that into perspective, I have 7 Arcade 1-Ups and all 7 of them came at least with one scuff mark on them. Now, you can get this cab in several different skins. They have added several new skins in this past year, I believe. I've seen the Dragon's Lair skin. I've also seen a custom Mutant League football skin. I think I saw that on eBay. And I've seen this Retromania wrestling one. I had to go with the Double Dragon one. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the game. And before I talk about the games, which is a very exciting topic when it comes to this cab, I wanted to mention again that this cabinet is sold as a bar top. The stand is sold separate, and at a price similar to Arcade 1-Up, you can get both the monitor, the stand, and I think it comes now with 11 games with a 128 gig hard drive to add more retro and modern indie game fun. Right now, there's a holiday sale going on. I mean, you can purchase an iRcade directly from the company at a discount price. I noticed that most games vary in size from about 70 megabytes to about a gig or so. So 128 gigs will get you very far. Now, I've already purchased an additional 20 games. I just cannot help myself. There's so many good games on here. There are so many good games in that iRcade store, and new ones are being added almost every week. And in recent weeks, I've purchased 2 of my favorites from my youth, and that is Roston and Elevator Action. Now, the games are purchased using a phone app. It's quick and easy to use. The games vary from about $3 to about $30 from what I've seen so far. Now, before I show you some of the games that are on my machine, I wanted to mention that I love the quality of the button and arcade sticks. I'd say that they are slightly better than Arcade 1-Ups as far as overall feel and quality. The control deck has a deck protector, and the monitor is an inch bigger than Arcade 1-Ups. The monitor also has a screen protector, which it kind of gives the monitor a CRT look, and it also enhances the way the retro games look. Now, this monitor can imitate a CRT in ways I've never witnessed before on modern monitors, and it will also play modern games with vivid, crisp HD color. Now, as far as the aesthetics, it's all personal preference. I think it looks nice, but there's no light up marquee, and the decals will have to be manually installed by yourself, which are stickers. Now you compare that to iRcade 1-Up's finishes that already, they already come with the cab. So that may be an issue for some. I mean, it's not too difficult to put them on there. I really had no problems putting it on there by myself, and a little patience. I mean, even if I never get around to making my own marquee, I think eventually we'll see a third party come around and make one for the iRcade. So let's take a look at some of the games that come included and the games that I have purchased on my iRcade. So you have a pause button, which is very convenient. You just tap it and you're paused. Now, here's Alien Storm, one of my favorites. This was made by Sega. I had this for the Sega Genesis. And this is the arcade port. Rangok Skies, pretty cool shooter. Beach Buggy Racing. Now this was an included game for me. Really good. The arcade stick works very well controlling this vehicle, and you have a ton of tracks, a ton of cars to unlock. It's really fun. Love it. Now, Bomb Squad and Diver Boy are two games that were included. Excellent games. Choplifter, excellent. I mean, that's a ColecoVision game. Dead Effect 2 is the first-person shooter I was telling you about. Dragon Master. Dragon Master came with my iRcade. It's a tournament fighter. And I bought Rage of the Dragons. The Jukebox I was telling you guys about, really cool. Manic Square, this was included, like a column-style puzzle game. Evoland 2, I purchased this. Looks like a really fun game. I haven't gotten around to playing it. Now Gunbird goes for about $250 or so used in box on the Sega Dreamcast. Gunbird comes included with this iRcade, and it's an excellent shooter. I think it comes included. Retromania Wrestling I purchased. The snowboarding game came with mine. Fancy World, another game that came with the iRcade. Heavy Barrels, awesome game by Data East, top-down shooter, came with it. Legend of Silk Road, I haven't tried it yet. Lock and Chase, this was a favorite of mine for the Intellivision as a kid. I had to get this one. Now, Space Ace I purchased, looks really cool. Space Fury I purchased, Space Panic I purchased. ColecoVision games, they were recommended to me. Thunderhoop 2, this game looks amazing. Twin Brats came with the iRcade, and it's kind of like a Pac-Man clone. Really cool, a lot of fun. Now, U.S. Championship V-Ball, I showed you clips of this earlier. Awesome game. I have Super Spike V-Ball on the NES. This is almost, to the NES's credit, a pretty close port from this arcade game, which is awesome, man. So much fun. Now, if you are an iRcade 1-Up collector that actually plays on their machines, you would want to get one of these iRcades because it's so playable, and it's just gonna be one of your go-to machines consistently. So many great games that are gonna be at your fingertips. It may not have that beautiful appeal as an iRcade 1-Up, because those iRcade 1-Ups are like gorgeous eye candy. I think the iRcade looks great, but some of my friends and a lot of my buddies have said that they think it's ugly. So to each his own. But I would say for those hardcore gamers, especially those retro gamers, you gotta pick up one of these things. I don't know what you guys are doing playing on PlayStations and Nintendo Switches. Get yourself an arcade machine. Thank you everyone for watching. Peace out.